Good morning, everyone. How are you? I'm so excited to be here and to have you with me today. So you know this is my first class that I'm teaching publicly for people in my new place. Good morning. Good morning, Lori. So welcome to Saturday morning. When you come on here this morning, feel free to roll out your yoga mat and find a nice quiet part of your room to lie down if that's possible. And just spend the first few moments connecting your breath. I'm going to continue to get my room ready. So most of you know that I have moved. I am in sunny British Columbia now, but I'll be continuing to offer my classes online and continue to teach and do my coaching and continue to do my group work with women. But I'm just going to do it from here with lots of stays back in Ontario, as you know. Go ahead and find a nice juicy place to lie on your back. Take up some space this morning. I am going to have a quiet practice on my side, but feel free to play some music in the background for yourself. Create an environment for yourself, light a candle. Find some space for yourself. We're going to start on our backs this morning. Lay all the way back onto your back. Place your feet nice and wide apart. Ankles to either side of your yoga mat. Let your toes fall out to the side. As you lie back, gentle tuck of your shoulder blades down your back body, peeling open the fronts of your shoulder heads, palms either rolling open to the sky or bending your elbows and allowing your palms to rest gently on your belly. If your lower back is feeling tight this morning, feel free to bend your knees. Take your feet nice and wide. And let your knees knock in. Good morning. I think that's you, Julia. Feel free to say hello in the chat bar this morning as you come on. I'm still waking up at 7 a.m. on this side of the country. This morning is going to be a heart-opening, nurturing, but it's Saturday. So as you know, I'm always wanting you to tap into your strength. Find the place within you where that strength and that stability, the grounding lies within you. Build our foundation and express ourselves upwards. So as we start this morning, roll out your yoga mat. Find a nice place to lie down on your back. Oh, it's Jenny. You're welcome. I have two of you that have JC as your sign in. So I'm never quite sure, even though I know, Jenny, that you're often meeting up with me. Nice to see you here this morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Jenny. Hi, Lori. We're going to start on our backs this morning. Let me just continue to set up my space. Create some space for yourself. Morning, Kim. Nice to see you again. I'm still here. I am enjoying what has been sunny BC weather. This morning is a little bit cloudy, but it's supposed to be nice. But I've missed you guys, so it's awesome for me to be back here. I feel like I have enough space and time to be getting back on the mat with everyone. So I'm happy to be here. I have been walking up and down the hills around here. So my hips are tight. So guess what you're going to get a little of this morning? Oh, the sun is shining there for you. How wonderful. Love that. All right, everyone. So just take a few moments to find your center. I'm going to recommend that you start on your back. Let me just make sure that yep, you can see me. So I want to make sure that I respect your time this morning. Let's all start on our backs, taking the first few minutes to just find our center. I am practicing on carpet this morning, which is always a little bit of extra functional strength. So that's always good. As you lie onto your back, observe what your body needs this morning. If you feel comfortable and your lower back feels supported and you can feel some grounding lying in Shavasana, then please go ahead and do that. If your lower back needs a little bit of extra support, feel free to bend your knees, feet wide, let your knees knock in, and find the space for yourself that feels good in your arms, in your shoulders. And wherever that is, close your eyes. Let your breath flow in and out through your nose. And no need to create a lot of pressure to have your breathing look or feel a certain way, but instead just meet your breathing where you are right now. As always, I would recommend that you have a set of yoga blocks or something that functions as a set of yoga blocks, 2 equally sized books, 2 sets of cans, something that allows you to bring the earth up to you so that you can practice with a slight bend in your knees, a release in your lower back, and the ability to practice on grounding versus feeling overstretched or overworked in your practice. I'm going to let you take 3 rounds of breaths lying on your back. And if it helps, feel free to take a few letting go breaths out of your mouth. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. On your next cycle of breath, just release any need to control your breath at this moment. And take one knee into your chest, followed by the other. Just gently take hold of the front of your shins and rock from side to side. Take hold of each shin, bring them a little bit closer to each of your armpits. Holding onto your right knee, stretch your left leg out towards the front of your mat, flexing both your feet. Hover your left leg over top of the mat. Squeeze your right knee in just a little more. Options to bring your forehead all the way towards your knees, squeezing in a little bit more. Lengthening your tailbone towards the front of your mat. Exhale, release your head and neck back down to the ground and switch legs. Left knee in, right leg extending out to the front of your mat. Inhale, exhale, curl your nose and your forehead up to your left knee. Squeeze in a little more. Exhale, head and neck back to the ground and switch one more time. Repeating as you go, gently curling your head and neck up towards your knee. Exhale all the way back down and switch. Going back and forth at your own pace for 4 more. Taking your time, flexing your ankles and feet, feeling your body start to wake up. Feeling the gentle tone of your abdomen, taking up space as you go. And on your last one, bring both your knees in, squeeze in just a little more, and rock from side to side. Releasing both of your feet back to the mat. Flex your right foot, take it over top of your left thigh into a figure 4 position. And depending on where you are this morning, an option to stay right where you are with some gentle pressure on your right hand, or reach through, take hold of the back of your left thigh and draw your left knee in towards your chest. Flex both your feet, gaze on the ceiling, shoulders wide, collarbone nice and broad, and breathe in, feeling the stretch all the way down the right thigh, outer right thigh, right hip. Another deep breath in. Exhale, release your left foot to the mat. Bring your right foot towards the ceiling. Option to keep your knee nice and bent. Bend your knee enough so that your right ankle is right over top of your hip, and take hold either of a strap over top of your foot, or just choose to take hold of whatever you can take a hold of. So in my case, I'm taking hold of the back of my right thigh, flexing my right foot, bending my knee enough so I'm not feeling too much strain in the back of my leg, and gently drawing my toes towards my face, ever so slightly. Option to walk your hands up any amount, but whatever you do, keep your shoulders and your head, neck on the mat. Another deep breath in. Exhale, release. This time, bend your right knee all the way down so that you're coming into a half happy baby, which means you bend your right knee towards your armpit, take your right hand up, take hold of the outer side of your right foot, bend your knee, press your right foot into your hand into your foot, and draw your knee towards your right armpit. Continuing to lengthen your tailbone towards the front of your mat. Let it be easy. So not feeling so much stress and strain that you're shaking so much that your body's going into a 911, but finding the space that you can. And if your right foot is too far up for you, take hold of your right shin, your right ankle. Option to lengthen your left leg towards the front, but only do so if you feel like you're still getting a nice experience down your right thigh. Another deep breath in. And exhale. Replace your right hand to the inside of your right leg, and allow your right foot in the bent position to open up any amount. Maybe bringing it towards 45 degrees, taking your left hand, anchoring down your left thigh, and breathing in. Exhaling through your nose, finding some space. So no need to straighten your right leg, almost keeping it in that half happy baby position. Inhaling it back to center, exhaling, releasing both your knees and bringing them into your chest. Squeeze in, feeling the expansion through your chest, lengthening your tailbone still towards the ground, and just feel the difference from your right leg to your left leg. Releasing your right foot to the mat, figure four, your left foot over top of your right ankle, over top of your right thigh. Pressing your knee away or drawing your right knee towards your chest, taking hold of the back of your right thigh. Don't forget to flex your feet, using your left elbow to gently draw your left knee away from you, and soften your gaze looking towards the ceiling. Another deep breath in, and as you exhale, draw your right knee in a little bit closer. Release your right foot to the mat, extend your left leg towards the ceiling. Each leg is different. Bend your left knee, flex your left foot, and take hold of whatever part of the back of your left thigh, the back of your left calf, I don't know, maybe the back of your foot. Inhale to create some length. Exhale, draw your left toes a little bit closer towards your face. Keeping your left foot flexed, feeling the stretch down the back of the left calf. Another deep breath in, exhaling through your nose. Coming into a half happy baby, bend your left knee towards your left armpit, reaching up with your left hand, taking hold of the outside of your left foot. Flex your left foot, press your foot into your hand into your foot, and draw your left knee towards your left armpit. Option to lengthen your right leg any amount. Lots of space around the belly, breathing deeply, drawing the left knee into the chest. Tailbone still lengthening towards the front of your mat. Releasing the stretch, moving your grip to the inside of your left foot with your left hand, and allowing your left foot and leg to open up any amount to the left-hand side. Right leg is still tracking to center, broadening through the collarbones. Gaze is still lifting towards the ceiling, opening up through the groin. Breathing deeply in through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Releasing the grip, bringing your left knee back to center, drawing your right knee in with it, squeezing both knees in. An option to take a hold through and coming into full happy baby are your fullest expression first thing in the morning. Taking your knees nice and wide, drawing your tailbone towards the earth, lengthening to the front of your mat. Option to rock from side to side, feeling your lower back make contact with your mat. Easing into this morning's practice, honoring your body where it's at, and releasing the stretch and either rolling up or moving onto your side and coming into a tabletop posture. So I'm going to go this way. So hands are directly underneath shoulders, knees are directly underneath hips. Feet are hip distance apart, coming into cat and cow, inhaling, releasing your pelvis towards the earth, drawing your gaze upwards, broadening through the collarbone. Exhale, pressing into your hands, belly button to spine, chin to chest. This time inhaling, releasing your belly down, drawing your gaze forward, allowing your chest open to the front of your mat. Exhale, press down, lift up, opening up through your shoulder blades. Back and forth at your own pace, letting it be as juicy, as large, or as small as the motion feels good to you. Feel free to bend your elbows. Moving back towards your sitting bones as you open up dynamically in your version of cat and cow. And just feel out where your body is this morning. Explore some of the sticky spots. Open up your wrists, your hands, This is the amazing thing about practicing at home. As much as we feel a bit isolated, you also get to move about your yoga mat in the pace and the way that you want. Coming to stillness, take a peek over your right shoulder all the way back towards your right ankle, opening up your left side body. Coming to neutral, look back over your left shoulder, feeling the stretch. Coming back to center, setting up your arms, making sure that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, pressing into your left hand, inhaling your right arm up and towards the ceiling. Press down, lift up, look up any amount. No stress and strain in your neck and your shoulders. Exhale, bring your right hand underneath your left, all the way over, hovering the back of your right hand over top of the earth. Inhale, press down, lift up, wave up, open up a little bit more. Exhale, right hand underneath the left, all the way over to hover. Press down, lift up, wave up, open up your chest to the right. This time, exhale, bring your right hand all the way under. Lay the back of your right hand down on the mat. Rest your right temple down on the earth. And come on to left tented fingers, or place your left hand up over top of your shoulder. Fingers reaching towards the sky. Breathing deeply into your rib cage. Exhale, left hand down, press back up into tabletop. Setting up, finding your center this time, pressing down into your right hand, opening up your left shoulder all the way up towards the sky. Press into your right hand, lift up with your left. Move your breath all the way through your rib cage. Exhale, left hand comes all the way underneath your right. Left hand hovers over the earth. Inhale, press down, wave up, open all the way up. Exhale, come all the way through. Inhale, press down, wave up, find a little more space. Exhale, this time come all the way through, back of the left hand to the mat. Come onto tented fingers on your right hand, or draw your right hand towards the sky. Release your right hand down, unwind, taking your knees nice and wide, ankles together, and release back into child's pose. Let your hands be out in front of you if you can, releasing your head and forehead down to the mat. Close your eyes and feel free to move your hips from side to side if that's what feels comfortable. No need for me to cue child's pose. This is a posture, as you know, that you can come to at any time in the practice. It's available to you as many times as you'd like at any moment. Let your hips rock from side to side. Wave up, walk up onto your hands. Place your knees together. Just come to sit on the back of your heels if that's available to you. Place your arms out to the side. Inhale your arms up. Palms up, look up. Bring your palms together as you reach there up towards the sky. Palms together all the way through heart center. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Press your palms away. Chin to chest, let your hips roll backwards. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Sit up nice and tall. Reach up, exhale, palms to heart center. Interlace your palms, flip your palms away, press away. Open up through your back body. Spend a moment going into that spot that feels tight. And then inhaling, sweeping up, taking up space. Reach up, look up at any amount, release your hands behind you. Interlace your palms all the way back behind your body. Index fingers pointing backwards, press down, broadening through the collarbone, and look forward. Close your eyes. Contain your lower ribs. Feel the opening through your chest. Release your hands and come up onto your knees into camel position. So options early in our practice to meet yourself where you're at. So you can tuck your toes if that feels comfortable, making sure your knees are hip distance apart and placing your hands lightly on the back of your hips, thumbs down, fingers wrapping around your hip points and spinning your elbows back any amount. Already you are almost in a back bend. Inhaling, looking forward, exhaling, gently pressing your hips forward and lifting your gaze any amount. You don't need to make it large, just meeting yourself where you're at this morning. No crunching in your lower back. Engaging your abdomen even though you're pressing further forward. One more deep breath in. Exhaling through your nose, releasing your hands, untucking your toes, coming to sit back onto your knees. Inhaling your arms to the side, looking up, palms together all the way through heart center. Flip your palms, press away, chin to chest. Inhale, wave all the way back up. Exhale, hands come all the way behind you. Interlace your fingers. Sit down, broaden through the chest. Press into your knees to come back up. Tuck your toes. Inhale. Exhale. Let your arms come down towards your toes any amount, pressing your hips forward, broadening through the chest. Breathing deep. Modify as you'd like. Exhale, releasing your hands, placing them on the front of your thighs, untuck your toes. Sit all the way back. You've been here before. Arms to the side, reach up, take up space. Palms together, all the way through heart center. Flip your palms, press them away, chin to chest. Hips roll back. Inhale, arms sweep up. Reach up, look up, contain your ribs, find some space and some opening. Release your hands, exhale all the way down on the other side. Walking your hands forward, setting up for downward facing dog. Arms are shoulder distance apart or wider. Front of the wrist creases parallel with the front of the mat. Walk your knees back a bit, tuck your toes, press into your feet, tip your hips back to downward facing dog. Taking some space and some time to walk your dog. Pressing down into one heel, extending your other ankle and foot towards the ground. Feeling every one of your knuckle pads pressing down into the mat. Top of your biceps, spinning outwards. Head and neck resting between your biceps. Bend your knees. Bend your knees so much that your chest starts to come towards your knees and your hips are lifting towards the sky. This time, looking forward, I want you to wave your body forward, coming forward into plank position. Option to release your knees to the mat. Otherwise, staying up in full plank, looking about a foot in front of your mat or to the front of your mat. Press your hands into the mat, slight doning action through the shoulder blades. Both of your legs active, lifting your kneecaps, pressing back through your heels, feeling the shape. For 3, for 2, for 1, release your knees to the mat, untuck your toes and come down in one long line. Spinning your elbows back so they're tracking back with your ribcage all the way down onto your belly. Placing your feet hip distance apart, tops of your feet, flush to the mat, hands on either side directly by your face. Looking down towards the mat, inhale, exhale, press into your hands, lift your upper body up. Baby cobra or cobra, small back extension, broadening through the collarbone, rolling your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, wave all the way back down. Inhale, exhale, press down, lift up. Feeling the strength of your back body to lift your body up. Gentle pressure into your hands. Press the top of your feet into the earth. Exhale, release all the way back down. Inhale, press down one more time, lift back up. When you get in your expression of Cobra, I want you to take a gentle release, turn your head to the right, back to center, turn your head to the left. Back to center, release all the way back down, place your hands next to your body, press back through tabletop, and exhale, coming back into downward facing dog. Stepping your feet a little bit up, about half a foot, and widen your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Still bend your knees, wide-legged downward facing dog. Look forward, making sure your hands are on equal lines. Find some space. Release your shoulders from the sides of your neck. Pressing down into your left hand, I want you to take your right hand across your body and take hold of your outside of your left thigh, left knee, left ankle, wherever you can take a hold of. Press backwards. Feel your right hand leveraging against the outside of your left leg. Feeling the twist. Keeping your gaze between your legs and the strength of your left arm pushing back. Releasing your right hand back to the mat, finding your neutral, and when you're ready, waving your left hand underneath your body to take hold of your right leg. Still lifting your hips towards the sky, feeling as much symmetry as you can in your upper body as you press back with your right hand and lift your hips towards the sky. Release your right hand back, bring your feet back to downward facing dog, and looking forward, I want you to walk your feet towards your hands all the way to the front of your mat. Feet hip distance apart, release into a forward fold. Make it be juicy. Keep your feet, your legs nice and bent so that your chest is coming towards your thighs, taking all the pressure out of your lower back. Place your hands on either tented fingers or onto yoga blocks, releasing the back of your head, swaying from side to side. Walking your hands up your legs, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. The last thing to rise is your head. And once you get to the top, inhaling your arms to the side, all the way up. Look up any amount, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Press your palms together, thumbs to your sternum. Looking down, making sure that your feet are hip distance apart. Sitting up nice and tall, finding your Tadasana. Feeling all four corners of your feet, big toe mound, little toe mound, inner and outer heel, lifting up through your arches. Front of your thighs contracting, lifting your kneecaps. Belly button drawing to spine, tailbone lengthening towards the earth. Notice how you feel. Releasing your hands, wave your hands up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, forward fold, all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift, hands to blocks or to your shins, bend your knees. Pressing back through your sit bones, reaching forward through the crown. Exhale, forward fold. Wave up to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Wave up, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, both hands down. Take a big step back with your right foot all the way to the back of your mat. Release your right knee, untuck your toes, and inhale, bringing both your hands to the front of your left thigh. Pressing your hips forward into a modified position, modified lunge. Broadening through the chest. If you're feeling any compression into your lower back, lift up out of your hips. On your next inhale, inhale your arms up. Press down, reach up. Engage your abdomen. Take your hands nice and wide. Spread your fingers, reaching up to the sky. Exhale your hands all the way down to your heart. Place your right hand inside your left leg and inhale your left arm up towards the sky. Press into your right hand, lift up with your left fingertips. Stacking your left shoulder over top of your right. Reach up, opening your chest to the left, feeling the breath go all the way down the left side ribs. One more deep inhale in, exhale through your nose, releasing your left hand back down. I want you to take your left hand inside your left foot and walk your left foot out to the side of your mat into a lizard pose. Releasing your back knee even further back. Tacking your left shoulder against the inside of your left knee and looking forward to the front of your mat. Releasing your hips towards the mat. Option to come down onto your forearms, onto blocks, looking straight ahead. So wherever you are this morning, just meeting yourself. Feet are nice and wide. Opening your hips and making sure you're not translating the tension to your shoulders, your neck, your face. One more deep breath in and exhale. Allow your left foot to roll onto the outer left edge. Press into your right hand and then place your left hand inside your left leg and open your body up to the side. So you're still in that nice lizard position, but you're letting your leg roll out to the side, pressing in and opening up to the side. Option to spin your gaze towards the ceiling any amount. Releasing your hand back, walking your left foot in, setting up on either side with your hands, tucking your right toes, lifting your back leg, pressing back to plank. Release your knees to the mat, untuck your toes, and come down in one long line. Place your hands next to your face. Feet, tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale into cobra. Exhale to release all the way back. Press back and forth through downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, right foot comes through to your right hand. Release your left knee to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale to come into a modified crescent lunge. Both hands on the top of your right thigh. Hips square to the front of your mat. Broaden your chest. And press forward. Find some space in the front of your thighs. On your next inhale, inhale your arms up. Inhale, look forward, reach up with your fingertips. Hear your own breath in Ujjayi breathing, in and out through your nose. Exhale your hands to heart center. Release your left hand inside your right foot and inhale your right arm up towards the sky. Revolving open to the right hand side. Press into your left hand, reach up with your right. Option to spin your gaze towards your right hand. Feel the openness. One more deep breath in. Exhale through your nose. Release your right hand down to the mat, coming into lizard. Walk your right foot out to the outside edge. Bring your right hand inside your right foot. Releasing your hips forward and feeling your right shoulder in contact with your inner right knee. Option to stay on your hands or to release down onto your forearms. Keep your gaze looking forward. Breathing deep into your belly. This time, pressing down to your left hand, allowing your right foot to roll onto the outside edge, bringing your right hand to the inside of your right thigh. Press your right hand into your right thigh, revolving your body open to the right. Find some space. Releasing, bringing your hand back to the outside edge of your right foot. Tuck your left toe. This time we're going to spring forward to the front of the mat to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up, look up. Exhale, keep flowing all the way down to forward fold. Inhale the halfway lift. Exhale, both hands down, step back to plank position. And coming through chaturanga or option to release your knees to the mat and come down. Meeting in your back bend, either coming down in chaturanga to upward facing dog, releasing back, meeting in downward facing dog. making your flow the flow that you want this morning. So always feel like you can honor yourself. Skip the flow, take a moment in child's pose. Modify it, come to your knees, release down through a modified plank. This time, inhale your right leg back, exhale, right foot through the right hand, coming up into a high crescent lunge, making sure your feet are on train tracks. Press into your feet, lift your upper body, hands to hip, looking forward. Stacking your shoulders over your hips, square to the front of your mat. Right knee bending towards 90 degrees, high on your left toes. Heels stacking over top your left toes and inhale your arms up. Press down, reach up. Go wide with your arms. Breathing deeply. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Twisting to the right, place your right hand behind you, left arm going forward. So finding that center point, either looking down to the earth or looking all the way to your right hand side. Left arm reaching forward, right arm reaching back. Inhaling deeply, exhaling, going a little lower. Coming back to center, sweep your right arm up, look forward, exhale, twist to the left hand side. Left arm goes back, right arm goes forward. Breathing deep, go a little lower in the legs. Inhale back to center. One more time, right arm back, left arm forward. One more breath. Going back to center, both arms up. This time, revolve to the left. Left arm back, right arm goes forward. Find your drishti, find your gaze. It's okay if you're bouncing around in your legs. If you fall out, just step back in. Inhaling back to center, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come all the way down, hands on either side of your mat. Step back to plank. Come through your flow. Release all the way down. Cobra upward facing dog. Exhale, meeting downward facing dog. If you feel like you are falling around in your high lunge, making sure that your feet are on train tracks and not like you are on a tightrope. One more deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. This time, inhale your left leg up. Exhale, left foot through the left hand. Setting up on the other side. When you're ready, press into your feet, lift your body up, hands to hips. High crescent lunge on the left. Left leg tracking, your knee is tracking forward of your left toes. When you're ready, inhaling your arms up. Press into your feet, lift up into your upper body. Contain your front ribs. Lengthening your tailbone towards the earth, crown towards the sky. Looking forward. Exhale your hands to heart center, revolving to the left. Left hand back, right arm forward. Feeling your body stack over top of your hips. Finding the expansion while you're solid in your feet. Inhale back to center. Exhale, revolve open to the right. Feel your toes pressing forward with your right foot. Feel all four corners of your left foot making contact with the ground. Inhaling back to center, revolve open to the left. Back to center, last time, revolve to the right. Go a little deeper in your legs. You got this. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa and meeting in downward facing dog. Take up nice space. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. One more time. Looking forward, either stepping or jumping to the front of your mat to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Rooting to rise, come all the way up, arms up. Look up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold, step back to plank. Come through your vinyasa. Coming back to downward facing dog. Making sure you're honoring where you're at today. Modifying, taking a break, stepping up the intensity wherever you're at. When you're ready, inhale your right leg up and back, stacking your right hip on top of your left. Bend your right knee, raise it towards the ceiling. Lift a little higher. Press equally into both your hands. Left heel going towards the mat, right knee rising up towards the sky. Inhale your right leg straight. Exhale, right foot through to right hand. Coming into warrior two, spin your back heel down on a 90-degree angle. Inhale your arms up and back. Starting with your hands on your hips, opening your hips to the left side of your mat. Right knee is tracking towards your second and third toe on the right foot. Back leg is straight. Inhale your arms out to the side. Spin your gaze over top of your right hand, looking forward. Going a little deeper into your legs. Making sure that your head is stacking over your shoulders, stacking over your hips. Reversing your warrior, spin your right palm to the ceiling. Exhale, right hand reaches back and lifts up. Keep the bend in your right knee. Pressing into your feet, lifting up with your right arm. Exhale, come all the way back to warrior two. Releasing your right elbow to your right knee. Inhaling your left arm up and over top of your head. Extended side angle. Feeling the length all the way from the outside of your left foot all the way to the left fingertips. Inhale back to warrior two. Straighten your right leg, coming into a triangle. Tipping forward, reaching forward with your right hand, any amount. And when you go as far as you can, releasing your right hand down to your shin, your thigh, to a block or to the ground. Pressing your right hand into the earth, lifting up with your left arm. Spinning in your gaze up towards the ceiling, any amount. Revolving your body open to the left-hand side. Find the strength in your legs. Feel the outer edge of your left foot pressing into the earth. Feel your big toe mound on your right foot pressing down and your body lifting up. Bend your right knee. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, spin your hands back down on either side of your right foot. Step back to plank and come through your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. You've got this. Find the quiet strength of your own body. If you're in child's pose, come back up into downward facing dog. And when you're ready, inhale your left leg back, stacking your left hip on top of your right. Bend your left knee, reach it towards the ceiling. Press back equally with both your hands, open your left hip. Breathing deeply into your pelvis. Inhale your left leg straight. Exhale, left foot through to left hand. Warrior two on the left. Spin your back heel down on the 90-degree angle. The heel of your left foot in alignment with the arch of your right foot. Find your base. Inhale, hands to your hips, coming into warrior two. If you need to adjust your stance, opening your hips to the right side of your mat, making sure that your left knee is not knocking in, but is actually tracking forward with your left toes. Inhaling your arms to the side and bring your gaze over your left fingertips. Inhaling, finding more length from your crown. Exhaling, going deeper in your legs. Releasing your shoulders from your ears. Reversing your warrior. Flip your left palm, reaching up. Reach back with your left hand, looking up towards your left hand. Feeling the breath go all the way down the left side ribs. Inhaling back to warrior two. Exhaling into side angle. Left elbow to your left knee. Inhaling your right arm up and over top of your head. Find your length. Spin your gaze up any amount. And not collapsing into your left thigh, but pressing out of your left thigh to the point where you could release your left hand and bring it up and you wouldn't feel the stress. Pressing into the outer right foot, lifting up with your right fingertips. Inhaling back to warrior two, straightening your left leg. Allowing your hips to roll back, reaching forward with your left hand, and when you're ready, releasing your left hand down to your thigh, your shin, to the earth, to a block, into triangle. Press into your left hand, reach up with your right, lengthening through both sides of your rib cage. It's okay if you're shaking. Amazing. One more deep breath in through your nose, exhale through your nose. Bend your left knee, come back up to warrior two. Exhale, spin your arms down on either side of your left leg. Step back to plank and come through your vinyasa. Into your back bend, and then releasing back, let's all meet in child's pose. Knees wide, feet together, and release all the way back. Option to bring your arms back on either side of your body, palms towards the sky. Close your eyes. Two more breaths. Placing your hands in front, coming back up into downward facing dog, lifting your hips towards the sky. Looking forward, stepping or hopping to the front of your mat, into a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan, come all the way up. Hands together, exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes, releasing your hands on either side of your body. Broadening through the shoulders. Placing your hands on your hips, I want you to take a big step back to the right, coming into a wide angle. So looking down at your feet and just making sure that your feet are on the same angle. So toes are lined up, heels are lined up. Hands are on either side of your hips, spinning your elbows back any amount. Inhaling to look forward, broadening through the chest, lift your gaze any amount. Exhale, hinging at the hips, coming forward into a forward fold. When you're ready, releasing your hands to the mat and starting to walk your hands back between your legs, keeping your hands at shoulder distance apart or even wider. Finding the balance between being on your toes and being on your heels. And if you have any stress into your legs or you're somebody who hyperextends your knees bend back a bit, then I want you to put a slight bend into your knees. Releasing your crown towards the ground, rising your sitting bones towards the sky. Close your eyes. Release the back of the stress around the back of the neck. No wrinkles in the back of your neck. Walking your hands forward into a halfway lift. Looking forward, flat back. Placing your left hand solidly into the earth underneath your face. I want you to inhale, opening your right arm up towards the sky. Press into your left hand, lifting up with your right fingertips. Finding the balance between both sides of your pelvis. Equal pressure into both of your legs. Press down, lift up any amount. Place your right hand where it feels comfortable. So you might feel like it feels more comfortable on the back of your pelvis. Otherwise, lift towards the sky. Exhale, bring your right hand all the way underneath your left. Allow your body to bend as you reach over to take hold of any point on the outside of your left leg, whether that's your left thigh, your left calf, the outside of your left foot. And then walk your left fingertips forward to an extended down dog. So you're pressing into your left hand, pressing back through your sitting bones, and feeling your right hand leveraging against your left outer foot, outer thigh, outer shin. Breathing deep. Exhaling through the nose. Walking your left hand back. Pressing into your left hand, unwinding, coming into a halfway lift. Exhale to fold, walking your hands back, crown towards the ground, sitting bones towards the sky.
Inhale back to halfway lift. Rooting your right hand into the ground and opening your left arm up towards the sky. Pressing into your right hand, lifting up with your left hand. Spin your gaze up any amount. Find the expansion from the strength of your own body. Remind yourself that this is all available to you at all times. Exhale, bring your left hand underneath your right, reach it all the way over. Take hold of either your right shin, right calf, right foot. Press into both feet, lengthen your left arm, and then walk your right arm forward any amount into an extended down dog. Look down between your legs, press into your right hand, lift with your sitting bones, and making sure you have equal weight in both your feet. Where's your breath? Walking your right hand back, unwinding, coming into a halfway lift, looking forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, coming back up to halfway lift, looking at your feet and just walking your toes out a bit so your toes are reaching out and your heels are in, and I want you to bend into your right knee. Feel free to walk your hand over, sitting back into your feet, like you're almost like you're reaching your sitting bones towards a chair. Look over at your right knee and making sure that it's tracking towards your right toes. So press in, reach back, broaden your chest towards the front. Staying nice and low, walking your body over, bend your left knee, straighten your right. If you need to, adjust your feet, heels in, toes out. Knees tracking forward in line with your left toes. And back. And back to the left. You can take your hands nice and wide from side to side, or you can bring your arms out to the side. Finding the strength in your legs, building the strength and the expansion. You've got this. 5 more. 5, 4. You got this. 3, 2. As you go to the side, if you're on your left, come all the way down into your left. Option to spin your body open. And if you can, straighten your right leg. Sitting up nice and tall. To open your hips, we have to strengthen our hips. So to find that space in between strength and expansion, one more deep breath in, looking up. Letting your right foot come back down to the mat, press into your feet, come all the way over to the right-hand side, bend into your right knee, strengthen your left, straighten your left leg. Sit up nice and tall. I know it's not easy. This time, press into your right foot, come all the way back up to center. One more time, straighten your feet out. So make sure your toes are in line with your feet, and with your heels rather, and exhale, release all the way back down to the earth. Last time in a forward fold. Press into your hands, walk them all the way down between your feet. Bend your elbows. And release your crown as close to the ground as you can. And if you have a headstand practice, it's a great place to go into a wide-legged headstand. Taking a moment to find a little bit of extra room. Coming back into your wide-legged forward fold. Pressing back up. Walking your feet in just a little bit, coming to halfway lift. Place your hands on your hips. Inhale, press into your feet, and lift all the way back up. Walk your feet in a little bit further. Look towards the front of your mat, and then step forward to the front. Taking your feet hip distance apart. Inhale your arms up to the side. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sit back all the way into a chair. So coming into eagle, we're going to come back, starting into a chair. So in this case, I'm going to recommend that your feet are hip distance apart. And if your feet are hip distance apart, your knees are hip distance apart. Sit back into the chair, the awkward chair. Look down, make sure you can see your toes. Press into your feet, lift up, reach up. Exhale, sitting back, lifting your right leg, placing it over top of your left. So either taking your right foot to the outside of your left shin or bringing it all the way back behind your left calf. Inhale your arms to the side. Exhale, right elbow underneath left. Bring your arms all the way around, palms together, or reach on to opposite shoulders. Squeeze your legs together, squeeze your hands together. Bring your elbows to shoulder height. Sit a little lower. Bring your hands away from you. Find your drishti. Focus your gaze a few feet in front of your body on something that's not moving. Go a little lower. Feel the shake. Exhale, press into your feet, lift up, both feet down. Lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Place your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Index fingers placing, reaching down, lifting up to your chest. Feet are hip distance apart. Bend your knees, coming into a forward fold. Allowing your hands to go up over top of your head, any amount, and reach towards the front of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift, coming into skier's pose. So letting your index fingers reach back, crown of your head going forward. Exhale into a forward fold, releasing your hands on either side of your feet. Pressing down, lifting up, reaching all the way up. Hands up. Exhale, coming back into chair. Sitting back into a deep chair, going a little lower. Making sure your feet are tracking with your knees are tracking with your feet, reaching back with your sitting bones into that invisible chair, lifting your chest so that your head is above your heart. Press down one more time, then lift up, press into your feet, lift up. Reach, inhale, exhale, coming all the way down, this time lifting your left leg over top of your right. Resting your right foot on the outside of your right shin, your left foot on the outside of your right shin. Inhale your arms to the side. Exhale, left elbow underneath right. Sit a little lower, squeeze a little harder. Lift your elbows up to shoulder height. Squeeze everything together. Sit a little bit lower. One more breath. Release both feet down, both arms up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Coming into forward fold, option to take hold of opposite elbows. Releasing your head between your biceps, bend your knees any amount. Releasing your hands to the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, releasing your hands down, walking your feet out into wide leg, toes out, heels together, and come to sit in a wide-legged squat. So coming into a squatting position, we all have different amounts of expansion in our hips. So you might not be all the way down on your heels, and that's okay. If you're up like this, you're up on your toes, and that's just fine. If you have a block, you can slide it out of your sitting bones and sit back in it. What we just want to do is you want to work towards opening your hips. Excuse me. Our inner elder wants us to have expansion into our hips, so we have to work at it. So this means that there's good mobility in our feet and ankles, and there's good mobility in our pelvis. Placing your hands down on either side, sit up nice and tall. So your inner knees are pressing against your elbows are pressing against your inner knees. Broadening your collarbone, lifting your crown towards the sky. Place your right hand down on the inside. Inhale your left arm up any amount. Press into your right hand, lift up. More twisting. Option to bring your left arm all the way around, and an option to bring a bind if that's what you prefer. Otherwise, place your hand down, lifting up, find a little bit more space. Exhale your left hand down. Place your left hand down, press it into your inner left knee, and inhale your right arm up and over top of your head. Press down, lift up, find a little bit more expansion. Exhale your hand down, coming to roll all the way back onto your sitting bones and releasing all the way back down. Taking your feet hip distance apart, opening your arms up to the side. So looking forward, we're going to roll down as slow as you can go, keeping your feet in contact with the mat, starting to roll back, feeling each vertebrae start to make contact with the earth. For 5, for 4, 3, for 2, for 1. Roll all the way back, bring both your knees into your chest. Squeeze your knees in and roll from side to side. Coming into a couple versions of bridge position. Placing your feet down, hip distance apart. Draw your heels towards your sitting bones. Making sure that you're in nice contact with the ground. Place your hands on either side of your body, palms down. Knees are tracking forward with your toes. Inhale, exhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up towards the sky. Option to interlace your hands underneath your back body, rolling onto one shoulder then the other, tipping your shoulder blades underneath your back. Press into your feet, lift up with your abdomen. Feel the strength of your legs. Press down, lift a little bit higher. Feel your thighs and your hamstrings active. Exhale, release your hands and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Take a moment to take your feet wide, knees knocking in together, palms resting on your belly. Taking another option, this time going up into bridge one more time. Have the option to take it into a full wheel if that's in your practice, or to take a block or 2 books and place them underneath your pelvis and releasing in a restorative bridge. If you're coming with me into a bridge position, or you're coming into wheel, I want you to set your feet up like you just did, drawing your heels towards your sitting bones, hands on either side. Otherwise, I'm not going to cue wheel, being that we're on video. If you have wheel in your practice, you go right ahead. Inhaling, exhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up. Interlacing your hands underneath your back body, pressing into your forearm, press into your feet, lift up even higher. Breathing deeply into your belly, chest rising towards the sky. Press down, lift up a little higher. For 4, for 3, for 2, press, lift a little higher. Exhale, release your arms and hands, roll all the way back down. Take your feet nice and wide, allow your knees to rock in, resting together. When you're ready, draw one knee into your chest, followed by the other. Wrap your elbows around the front of your knees, bring your knees nice and wide, and release from one side to the other. Reaching your hands back through into happy baby, taking hold of the outer side of your feet. Bend your knees to 90 degrees, take your feet nice and wide. Take your knees nice and wide, press your feet into your hands into your feet, and draw your knees towards your armpits. Lengthen your tailbone towards the ground. Feel the breath in the front of your belly, in the front of your chest. Option to rock your body back, side to side. Releasing your feet, bring your knees back to your chest, bring your knees together, bring your feet together, and then draw your nose towards your knees, knees towards your face. Squeezing in even more. Keep your lower back on the ground. And before you release your head and neck back down, hold onto your right knee and extend your left leg towards the front of your mat. Flex both of your feet back where we started. Hold a little bit more, lift your upper body a little higher. Option to release your shoulders and neck back to the ground if it's too uncomfortable. We're gonna switch. So you're gonna release your right knee, extend your right leg, bend your left knee and draw it in even closer. We'll bring your upper body up a little bit higher and switch. Squeeze your right knee in and switch. Flexing your feet for 12, 11, 10, 9, do it with deliberation, 8, 7, legs strong, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both your knees in, squeeze a little bit more and release your body all the way back to the mat. Squeeze your knees in, rock from side to side. Place both your feet back down on the mat, and I want you to just scoot your hips a little bit to the left-hand side. Bring your knees in, and then release both of your knees to the right-hand side, stacking one knee on top of the other, feet stacked. Place your right hand on top of your stacked knees, and extend your left arm out to shoulder height, palm up or palm down. Spin your gaze to the ceiling or all the way over to your left-hand side. Feeling the twist, opening up all the way down the left side ribs. Close your eyes. Spin your gaze back up towards the ceiling. Roll your knees back up to center. Squeeze your knees in. Release your feet to the mat. Just scoot your body a little bit to the right-hand side. Draw your knees in. And this time, release your knees all the way over to the left-hand side. Stacking your knees and your feet. Extend your right hand out to the right-hand side. Palm up, palm down. Either your choice. Bring your gaze to the ceiling or all the way to the right-hand side. Close your eyes. Bring both your knees back up to center. Drawing both your knees in. Lengthen your tailbone towards the ground. Closing your eyes in the middle. Releasing your feet back to the mat and spending the next 30 seconds or so going into the posture that feels right to you. So if you feel like you want to do a little bit more twisting, you can. If you want to do a supine Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose, you can bring your soles of your feet together and let your knees come out to the side. Option to place pillows or blocks underneath both your knees, resting your palms on your belly. Or if you have a block, it's a nice option to come into a supine, legs up in the middle of the room by placing your block lengthwise on the back of your pelvis and lifting one leg towards the ceiling, followed by the other, and releasing your hands to either side. Whatever position that you come into, take a few moments to do that. And if you're ready to come into your Shavasana right away, I want you to reach your feet out nice and wide to opposite ends of your mat. Let your toes roll open.
Tuck your shoulder blades under your back body. Open your arms up to the sides. Close your eyes. I encourage you to not skip your Shavasana. Discipline yourself to take the goodness from your practice by letting the whole practice envelop you in these last few moments. This morning's poem is short and sweet. And the poem is titled Self-Love. Self-love is an ocean, and your heart is a vessel. Make it full, and any excess will spill over into the lives of the people you hold dear. But you must come first. Simple reminder at a time when it's easy to be focusing on all the things around us. Such a great reminder that we need to fill ourselves up in order to be there for everyone else in our lives. Starting to move your fingers and your toes. It's an option to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Taking up as much space, as much time. When you're ready, draw your knees in towards your chest, rolling onto the right side of your body. Drawing your knees in nice and close. Cradling your head, resting on the inside of your right arm. When you're ready, pressing into your left hand, rising up, keeping your eyes closed, and coming to sit in a nice cross-legged seated position. Resting your hands in your lap. Find a little bit more length. Noticing how you feel at the end of your practice. After taking a few moments for you. Releasing your hands on either side, opening your eyes, lifting your palms, rising up, drawing forth all of the energy around you. Feeling it gather between your fingertips. Bringing it all the way up. Bringing your palms together, drawing the energy in all the way down to your heart center. Bowing your head nice and deep, chin to chest. Feeling the energy within your palms coming fully into your being. Thanking yourself for showing up for you today. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me in my practice. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for being here this morning. Where am I in BC, Jenny? I'm in Kelowna. We have moved to Kelowna. So I'll be back and forth to BC a whole lot. So back and forth to Ontario, rather. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope that you go out, if you're in the GTA, I hope you go out and you enjoy your day. You're welcome, Kathy. So wonderful to have you here. Send me a little note, send me an email. Tell me when, what are the best days for you to have yoga. What's the style of practice? Good morning, Karen. Thank you. How's it? We have had lots of sun. We were supposed to have sun today, but I don't see it. But I think maybe it might burn off and we'll have it anyways. Thank you, Kim. Great way to have you here and to start our day together. So send me a little note. Tell me what you love. Tell me what you'd like to have more of. Tell me how long you like to have the classes. All right. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the mat super soon. You do hear birds. There's lots of them here. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, everyone. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.